Alright, so today what I got going on is going to make a cauliflower or a gluten-free, keto-friendly cauliflower buffalo chicken casserole. So what we're going to do is going to take at least one head of cauliflower, and then we're going to have our 9x13 pan, or I got a larger casserole pan here, and we're going to basically cut the cauliflower up into the florets, and then we're going to I got my oven preheated to 450 degrees. I'm going to take the cauliflower, cut them into florets, put them in the casserole pan, maybe drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top, maybe, and then maybe a little seasoning, maybe some pepper, something like that. And we're going to cook the florets in the oven for 20 minutes at 450 degrees. So I'm going to get that done, and we'll get going. Alright, so I got the 1.5 heads of cauliflower. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here, and then I'm going to mix it up here. And then now that the oven's preheated to 450, I'm going to bake this, so I'm just going to mix this up real quick. I'm going to throw it in the oven, and then once it's done, pull it out and continue going. So while the cauliflower is cooking, I'm going to shred this chicken, and I just use a bunch of chicken thighs because we have a whole bunch in our freezer. So rather than going out and buying a whole chicken or chicken breast, I thought I might as well use up some of the chicken thighs. So I think I have probably about 8 chicken thighs in here or so. So easy way to shred chicken is to use this thing. I'm sorry about my thumb and finger being in the way. So, super easy way to shred chicken. Now what we gotta do is we gotta make some ranch dressing. Some good chicken. Alright, so I'm gonna make my own ranch dressing. I haven't bought ranch dressing in a while. Just like to make my own. I've got 2 different recipes on my blog for how to make ranch dressing. One of them uses a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch packet dressing. The other one you actually make with your own seasonings. But the base of it is a 1.5 cups of real mayo. The reason why I say real mayo is because look at the carb count for that. There's 0. If you use like the other fake mayo, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's just like mayo or something like that. There's carbs in it. I've seen some people suggest using sour cream. Well, look at the back of sour cream because that's got carbs in it also. So 1.5 cups of real mayo, and then 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. Okay, so here's the heavy whipping cream, and it's a tablespoon for a serving. It's got 1 carb in it. So you want to try to keep your carb count fairly low, and that's why I suggested using heavy whipping cream instead of sour cream. Alright, so now what I use, I'll use like 1/2 packet of this, of the Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. Let's see if we can figure out where the nutritional value stuff is. Probably on the side of the box is nutritional value. So there's 1 carb per 1/2 teaspoon. So there is definitely a lot more carbs in this than using just regular a packet of seasoning. Making your own seasoning. But I do like to use the Hidden Valley stuff. For simplistic sake, it's quicker. Yeah, it might add probably double the amount of carbs in there, so out of a serving I might want to get, rather than like 4, or rather than getting 2, I might get 4 or something like that. So on my blog I do have the full breakdown of the carb count between making your own and using this. I think someone had complained saying that there was MSG, too much MSG or something like that in here. So let's see here. Come on. Gluten-free, monosodium, yeah, there's MSG in there. So I'm going to mix this up so that we have this ready to go, and the cauliflower is almost done in the oven. So once we have these two things, like the chicken done and then the ranch done, then we can really get out the other ingredients that we're going to wind up using. Alright, so there is the ranch dressing all made up. So now what we're going to wind up using is we're going to get out, since I used a head and a half of cauliflower, I'm going to use 2 packages of cream cheese. Otherwise I'd say maybe use 1 to 1.5 packages of cream cheese. And then we're also going to use this ranch dressing. Of course we're going to use the chicken. And then we're going to be using some cheese as well here. So here's the cauliflower all done up. It did shrink down a little bit, which I kind of expected. So that is kind of cooked, now it's tender, which is kind of nice. So let's go back over to the other side and start doing some more. Some people may be wondering, whoa, what's your exact counts for everything, because you're just kind of throwing everything together and you're not telling us what's in here. Well, sorry, that's my fault. So I'm using a head and a half of cauliflower. I'm using 2 packages of cream cheese. If you're going to use 1 head of cauliflower, I'd use a package and a half of softened cream cheese. Between 1/3 and 1/2 cup of buffalo sauce, I would use Frank's Red Hot. If you can handle hot stuff, a good way to determine if you can handle hot stuff or not, if you think ketchup is a hot sauce, then I would use 1/3 cup or less of buffalo sauce. If you think that Tapatio is the equivalent of ketchup, I would just use 1/2 cup of Tapatio, or use half a cup of Frank's Red Hot, maybe add a little ghost pepper in there. So now we got that. So we're going to use between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of the ranch dressing that we made. Going to use about 1/4 cup of sliced green onions, a little bit of garlic powder, probably about a teaspoon or 2. Out of the chicken that I got together, we're going to use about 3 cups of the chicken. We're going to use 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. I should have gotten like 1/2 cup of blue cheese crumbles, but I did not. So if you want to, you can add it in there, or else you can add some other cheese like Gouda or something like that, whatever you want to use. So that's kind of what this recipe is for that. So now we got this cooked up. Now what we got to do is, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the softened cream cheese and we're going to mix it together with kind of all the wet ingredients. So that would be like the sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. The cream cheese, buffalo sauce, the ranch dressing, some green onions, and a little bit of the garlic powder. We're going to kind of cream together in a bowl, which is going to be kind of the dressing for this casserole. And then once that's all mixed together, we're going to dump all that into this casserole here and mix it all together, so it's nice and ready, good to go. The other thing I forgot to mention is that when we're mixing all the sauce and whatnot in here for all the cheeses, we're going to put the chicken in here as well and mix everything together, because what's the point of having the chicken if we forget to put it in there, because that's just not cool. After we mix the cheese sauce and the chicken in with the cauliflower, we will top it with the 1/2 cup of cheese. You can use cheddar, you can use Mexican, you can do whatever you want. And cook it at about 350 for about 20-25 minutes. So let me go over the other side and get some of the cheese sauce mixed. All right, so here's all the wet ingredients mixed together. I am using this, the Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce. This is gluten-free. Frank's has a listing of all their gluten-free stuff on their website. And this is the Frank's Original Red Hot, is also gluten-free per the website as well. So I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up real quick, and gonna get this all mixed up in the cheese sauce, and we're gonna mix it up into the casserole container. All right, so here's the dressing completely mixed up. Let me turn this flash. Okay, so try turning the flash off, but it stayed on for me for some reason. So even though I said that I about 1/3 of a cup of the Frank's Red Hot, that's for about a single. I'm gonna stick with 1/3 of a cup just because of my 6-year-old. I don't want her mouth burning up and her screaming on the toilet tonight that her butt's on fire. So I'm sticking with the 1/3 of a cup. If you're doing a batch and a half or a double batch, I would use half a cup or a little bit more, maybe 2/3 of a cup. If it was me by myself, I would use, or if it was for me, my brother and I would use a cup to maybe a cup and a half of the Frank's Red Hot in conjunction with the rest of the seasoning, or the ranch dressing and the cream cheese. So I'm gonna take looks kind of nasty on my phone, but it definitely is a red tint to it. Take the chicken, and then this, the cheese dressing, and put it into the casserole container, and we're gonna bake it in the oven. I'm lowering down the temperature of the oven just because I don't want it to fry. Lowering it down to about 350. I'm gonna bake it for about 20 minutes, and once we get all this mixed together, I'm gonna take the shredded cheese and put it on top. All right, so this is before I'm gonna mix it up. I didn't add all the chicken in there because I want it being quite a bit. So let me mix this up and see how it looks, and I might add more chicken to it.